Welcome once again to another Chicago Bears fan show. I'm James, and I'm going to take you through the matchup for the Bears this week, Week 10, against the Houston Texans. It's a big one. This is going to be the toughest challenge since the game against the Packers earlier in the season. It's a Sunday nighter, so it's going to be a premier game. And what I'm going to do now is take you through the reasons I think the Bears are going to win this game. First and foremost, the Cutler B-Marsh combination. They've been clicking on all cylinders, and if they're able to do some things the right way against the Texans, I think their combination is going to cause some big plays to occur against what has otherwise been a very high-performance defense. Of course, you've got to watch out for this guy, J.J. Watt, or J.J. Swatt, as I like to call him in Houston. He's dangerous, and they've gotten a lot of pressure on defensive lines that haven't been, offensive lines, I should say, that haven't been very good, and ours certainly hasn't, so we will have to watch out for him. But if we do some things the right way, Cutler can hook up with B-Marsh, make some big plays happen on offense. Secondly, our defensive front four is going to have to disrupt their run, and I think that they can do that. Ultimately, they're not going to get muscled around like other poor defensive lines have, in my opinion. And finally, Texans, in my opinion, are overrated. Sure, it's easy to say the Bears are too. They've had a weak schedule, just like the Texans have had a weak schedule. They both lost to the Packers. But ultimately, the Bears beaten a bunch of teams in the NFC, which is a much tougher conference this year than the weak AFC. Think about the teams that the Texans have been beating up on. The Jaguars, the Titans, the Bills lately. A weak Ravens team that lost a number of players on defense recently. They got Peyton Manning earlier in the season when he was still rusty and barely squeaked one out against the Broncos. So I think that their overall schedule has been very light, and the one game they had against a tough team, and one game against an NFC team, the Packers, they absolutely got blown out of the water. So I believe that coming into Chicago, which will probably be cold because it's going to be a night game, that also can't play too well into a warm weather team's abilities, this is going to be a game that is going to surprise them in how tough the Bears are. So, in the next two videos, I'm going to show you a bit more about those first 2 points, the Cutler and Marsh combination, and the defensive line and how it has to disrupt that run. This first one, let's look at Cutler and B-Marsh and how I think they need to find their way against the Texans. Bear down.